One day, something strange begins to fall from the sky like rain. The scientists at NASA believe there's no need to worry, thinking it's just meteorites. But these aren't meteorites, they're actually aliens. This alien invasion turns the world of a father and his son upside down. How will their lives change? Can humanity defeat the aliens? Find out in the movie, The Father Thing. At the beginning of the movie, a boy named Charlie is recording a video to upload on social media. He has a minor injury and says, "My father is not a bad person. He's very good. Last month I had a baseball game. My father dropped everything to come and cheer me on. When I hit the ball and ran, my father was in the crowd, encouraging me a lot. I never imagined the world would end up like this. If my father could see what I've done now, he would be proud of me." To understand why Charlie is recording this while injured, we need to look back 3 months. This is where we meet Charlie's father. The two of them are more like friends than father and son, and they always talk about baseball. That night, Charlie and his father are enjoying a camping trip in the middle of a forest far from home. Suddenly, they hear a strange sound. They step outside and see pieces of light tearing through the sky, falling toward the earth. They don't know what it is, but it looks beautiful. By morning, they pack up and head home. On the way, they listen to the FM radio, which reports that many people saw glowing stones falling from the sky last night. NASA says they were just meteorites that didn't reach the ground and turned into smoke in midair. The public is advised not to worry. Afterwards, Charlie's dad stops the car at a petrol station. Charlie asks, "Dad, can I have your mobile to play a game?" His dad hands him the phone. While the tank is being filled, his dad goes into the store to buy some things. Charlie, playing a game, notices a man filling his car with petrol. Charlie watches them curiously. His dad returns with Charlie's favorite hot dogs, and as they leave, the man continues to watch them. When Charlie and his dad get home, Charlie rushes to his mother, hugging her and excitedly sharing everything about their camping trip, including the meteorites. He suggests she should come with them next time. She is happy that Charlie had fun. Later, she asks her husband privately, "Haven't you told Charlie the truth yet?" He replies, "Look how happy he is. How can I tell him now?" The truth is, Charlie's dad is planning to divorce his mother and is struggling with how to break the news to Charlie. That same night, Charlie has a video call with his friend Dylan, but Dylan's mother interrupts, telling him it's late and he needs to go to bed. Dylan quickly ends the call. Meanwhile, Charlie's father comes into the room. Charlie tells him, "Dad, the results for the junior baseball team selection are coming out soon. There are many better players than me, so I might not get selected." His father reassures him, saying, "Son, there might be faster players than you, but none have a bigger heart. You will definitely get selected. Believe in yourself." This encouragement makes Charlie love his father even more because he always supports and motivates him like a friend. Charlie's father loves him deeply and is always there for him. Meanwhile, Charlie can't shake the memory of the man from the petrol station. It keeps him up at night, so he starts chatting with Dylan on the computer. Meanwhile, Charlie's father, who is contemplating divorcing Charlie's mother, goes to sleep in the garage. Suddenly, he hears noises coming from the dustbin. Thinking it's a thief, he throws stones, only to discover it's a poor dog. Relieved, he looks up at the sky, still seeing meteorites falling. Meanwhile, it starts raining, and Charlie's dad gets wet. Charlie watches everything from his room. The next day, Charlie goes to school, and during history class, everyone is on edge because their history teacher is usually very strict and scolds them for every little thing. However, today, he seems strangely calm. Instead of teaching the lesson, he talks about something else. During the class, he asks Charlie a question, but Charlie doesn't know the answer. Surprisingly, the teacher doesn't scold him this time. The other students are also surprised, whispering to each other, "What's wrong with Sir today? He's acting weird. Maybe he has a problem." After school, Charlie rushes home to check the baseball team selection results on his computer. When he sees his name on the list, his joy knows no bounds. Excitedly, he runs to tell his father, who is just arriving home from the office. As his dad goes to park the car in the garage, Charlie follows him. Suddenly, he notices a bright light coming from inside the garage and hears his dad screaming. Panicking, Charlie peers through the window and is horrified to see a figure that looks exactly like his father, standing undressed with a bright light emanating from his mouth, causing his real dad to scream in pain. Terrified, Charlie runs to tell his mother, but before he can reach her, his father opens the door and appears, looking normal. Charlie stands in shock, knowing this is not his real father. The imposter father says, "Hey, will you have dinner standing up, or should you sit and eat?" Nervously, Charlie sits down. The imposter then suggests to Charlie's mother, "Let's go on vacation somewhere." His mother is surprised, thinking, thinking this man was going to divorce me and now he suddenly wants to go on vacation? Confused, she walks away after serving the food. Charlie, terrified, watches his father closely. He notices something crawling beneath his father's skin, making him more anxious. The imposter father, acting casually, says, "Son, please pass me the sauce." Meanwhile, Charlie, terrified, hides in his room. Soon his dad knocks on the door and says, "Why did you come here without eating? Come out and talk to me." For clarity, we'll call this fake father alien dad from now on. Charlie doesn't respond to him, remaining silent. Charlie's mother intervenes, saying, "If he's not hungry, leave him alone. Why are you chasing him? Let him sleep." Alien dad reluctantly leaves. Quietly, Charlie sneaks out of his room through the window and heads towards the garage. He goes inside and uses a flashlight to look around, hoping to find his real father. However, he can't see anything clearly. Meanwhile, alien dad starts helping Charlie's mother in the kitchen. She appreciates his help, unaware that he is actually an alien. While they're in the kitchen, alien dad notices a flashlight near the garage and heads in that direction. Charlie, seeing alien dad approaching, quickly hides behind the garage. Nervously, he sets his flashlight down in a different spot to mislead alien dad. Then Charlie climbs over the wall and heads towards the road. He makes his way to his friend Dylan's house and throws a stone at her window to wake her up. Dylan, confused, asks what he's doing so late at night. Charlie urgently asks her to come down quickly. Once she's outside, they start talking on the road, with Charlie explaining the strange events and his fear about alien dad. Meanwhile, another friend named Bob, who is a bit short-tempered, joins them. Charlie tells his two friends everything that happened in the garage, but they find it hard to believe. "Can this really happen, Charlie?" they ask skeptically. Charlie insists, "The one in my house is not my father. He's an alien." Just then, Dylan's mother calls out, saying that Charlie's father has come to take him home. All three of them get scared upon hearing this. Alien dad arrives to pick Charlie up in the car. Charlie quickly explains, "I thought you and mom wouldn't let me see my friend so late at night, so I had to climb the wall. Sorry, dad." Alien dad seems to believe his excuse and doesn't do anything to Charlie for now. Charlie is safe for the moment, but remains unsure about what to do next. When Charlie searches the internet, he finds many people sharing similar stories. Some say their girlfriend's behavior changed suddenly. Others mention their husband acting strangely. And some say their wife has started avoiding them. All these changes began the day the meteorites fell from the sky. Charlie realizes he is not the only one dealing with aliens. Suddenly, the internet connection breaks, and Charlie knows this is alien dad's doing. He looks out the window and sees a group of aliens meeting with alien dad. These aliens have taken the roles of fathers, mothers, and other family members. Alien dad looks up, and Charlie, scared, quickly moves away from the window. The next day, Charlie goes to the kitchen to tell his mother, but alien dad is there making breakfast. "I've made a special blueberry dish for you, son," alien dad says. Charlie responds, "Don't you know I don't like blueberries at all?" Alien dad starts to get suspicious, wondering if Charlie has figured out the truth. As Charlie's mother comes in, getting ready to leave for the office, Charlie asks her to drop him off at school. She replies, "I'm running late. Why don't you go with your father?" Alien dad quickly agrees. "Yes, I'm free. I'll drop you off at school." Desperate, Charlie softly pleads, "Mom, please, I need to talk to you about something. Take me with you." Sensing his urgency, she agrees and takes him to school. In the car, Charlie tells his mother, "Mom, haven't you noticed how strange Dad is behaving? Can't you see it?" She sighs and says, "Son, there are some issues between your father and me that we haven't been able to tell you about." Charlie interrupts, "I know you both are getting divorced, but that's not the problem. The real issue is that the person living with us now isn't Dad. He's an alien." Now see, Charlie's mother, unaware of the truth, tells him, "Son, yes, there were problems between us before, but Dad has changed recently. He's been taking good care of me. Please don't create any more problems, or we might end up separating again, and you won't get the love of both your parents properly." Despite Charlie's attempts to explain, she doesn't listen and drops him off at school. Later that day, the history teacher doesn't show up for class. It turns out he's on the school building's edge, contemplating jumping. The police arrive and one officer goes up to talk to the teacher. The teacher explains, "I don't see any other option, officer. My wife has completely changed recently. She's not herself. I don't know who she is, but she's not human. She's been replaced by an alien." The teacher is under immense stress, feeling overwhelmed. The police officer reassures him, saying, "We'll solve whatever problem you're facing. Just come down quietly." As the teacher makes up his mind to come down, the police officer clarifies, "When I say down, I mean away from the building." It dawns on the teacher that even the police officer has changed. He's also an alien. Realizing the entire area is surrounded by aliens, the teacher jumps off the building. Tragically, the teacher's death prompts the principal to announce a holiday. But as he speaks, something wriggles beneath his skin, revealing he's also an alien. He instructs the children to stay in the school until their parents arrive to pick them up. Charlie Charlie realizes that alien dad will come to collect him, leaving no one at home. So he quickly devises a plan and heads home before alien dad arrives. Alien dad arrives at the school, waiting for Charlie. Meanwhile, Charlie rushes home, breaks the lock of the garage, and enters. Convinced his real father is inside, Charlie searches desperately. To his horror, he finds his father's entire skin in a garbage can, as if it had been peeled off. Charlie is utterly shocked. Suddenly, alien dad appears and casually says, "As you know the reality now, let's discuss it openly," and suggests playing baseball. He takes Charlie to the ground and starts playing with him. But Charlie, realizing the truth, confronts him, saying, "You're not my father. You're an alien trying to take over Earth." Alien dad responds, "Son, if we're taking over Earth, what do you call what humans have done for centuries? This Earth doesn't belong solely to humans. It belongs to all living creatures. But humans have treated it like their own property, not letting other beings live in peace." Alien dad argues, "If you feel hungry, you kill animals and eat them. Isn't that a bad thing? You humans use other animals and birds for your needs because you're more powerful than them. Similarly, we aliens are more powerful than you humans, so we're coming to take your place. Gradually, every human will be replaced by an alien and will rule the Earth." What's wrong with that? He hits the ball hard, which hits Charlie. Angry and shaken, Charlie runs into a nearby restaurant. Inside, Charlie shares the whole ordeal with a police officer. The officer then takes him to a detective. She reassures him, saying, "Don't worry, Charlie. We've received many similar complaints and will definitely investigate." Charlie is shocked because he never revealed his name to the police officer or the detective. He asks how they know his name. Caught off guard, the detective tells him to stay in the car. She goes outside and meets with the police officer. As the detective and the police officer discuss, they realize that the boy, Charlie, has become suspicious of them. They agree that they need to act quickly to handle the situation. Meanwhile, when they return to the car, Charlie is nowhere to be found. Seizing the opportunity, Charlie heads to the railway station. A guard approaches him, suspicious, but Charlie remains calm, not showing any signs of tension. The guard eventually walks away. Further along, Charlie notices a man standing with his son. Something is wriggling beneath the man's skin, indicating he's also an alien. The boy gestures to Charlie for help, confirming Charlie's suspicions. The man has done the same thing to this boy's father as he did to Charlie's father. Charlie is determined to save everyone from the aliens at any cost. He rushes to his friends and tells them about the aliens, but they don't believe him. To prove his point, Charlie takes them to his garage, where they find his real father's skin in a garbage can. However, the can is now empty, leaving his friends disappointed. They suggest that a garbage truck might have taken it away, so they decide to search for it there. At the recycling unit, Charlie sees someone taking his father's skin away. Overwhelmed with emotion, he starts crying. Seeing his genuine reaction, his friends finally believe him. They all decide to help Charlie and head to his house. Meanwhile, the alien father is with Charlie's mother, who is unaware of his true identity. She starts dancing with him, oblivious to the danger. The three friends gather and devise a plan. Charlie taunts the alien father from the window, provoking him. Enraged, the alien father catches Charlie in the garage. Charlie pleads, offering to become an alien himself. The alien father explains they can't turn him into an alien. Instead, they'll extract his memories and DNA to create a clone. As he approaches Charlie, he steps on a hidden rope, a trap set by the friends. However, their makeshift weapons fail to harm the alien, and he narrowly escapes. Furious, the alien father moves to attack Charlie when Bob intervenes. But the alien father grabs Bob by the throat, lifting him up menacingly. As Charlie hits the alien on the head with a baseball bat, he breaks free from his friends and runs into the nearby forest. There, he discovers many strange eggs, each containing a perfect replica of himself and his mother. Horrified, Charlie's condition worsens. Alien Dad reveals that one of the eggs contains their Charlie, and after killing him, they'll transfer his memories and DNA into the alien Charlie. Charlie will be reduced to mere skin, like his father, and they'll dispose of them both. Heartbroken, Charlie asks why they're doing this to them. Alien Dad responds callously, comparing their situation to humans killing goats or chickens for their own enjoyment. He asserts that just as humans don't question why they kill animals, there will be no one left to question why the aliens are doing this to humans. Their only goal is to collect human DNA to create human-like aliens and dominate the Earth. As Alien Dad attempts to extract Charlie's memories, his friends arrive just in time with the car and run over him. Alien Dad dies instantly, but something wriggles beneath his skin even in death. Suddenly, a large insect bursts out of his mouth and moves menacingly toward them. Terrified, Dylan crushes it under his shoe. Together, they pour petrol on all the eggs scattered around and set them ablaze. With the threat seemingly neutralized, they head home. When Charlie returns home, his mother notices his wounds and asks about his father, who had gone looking for him. Charlie explains everything about the aliens to his mother. Finally understanding why his father's behavior had changed so drastically, they realize they must find a way to stop the aliens from taking over the Earth. Thinking this, Charlie records a video to upload on social media. In his video message, Charlie reveals the truth about the alien invasion. He explains that what was thought to be meteorites are actually alien insects that know human DNA well. They take human DNA, transfer memories into their eggs, and mimic humans, leaving only their skin behind. The aliens aim to rule Earth by erasing all traces of humanity. Charlie urges people to take action by burning the alien eggs in the forests. He warns that anyone behaving strangely, whether friends, relatives, or others, may have been replaced by aliens and should be eliminated. Reflecting on his father's goodness, Charlie shares a memory of his father cheering for him at a baseball match. He believes his father would be proud of him for fighting to save humanity. This echoes the sentiment expressed at the beginning of the movie. After making the video, Charlie puts it online with #resist. He's telling everyone we need to fight the aliens. Charlie thinks once people see the video, they'll know about the aliens. Then they'll work together to get rid of them, and humans will be in charge of Earth again. And that's the end of the movie. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.